Que se me va. Ni me he dado cuenta que estábamos a punto de terminar la cuenta atrás. Así que vamos a empezar directo. A ver, carga esto. Ay, por fin, primer directo de Genshin Impact. A ver, el cable que se me... Ahí está. Primer directo de Genshin Impact de este 2022. Vamos a ver si esto carga. O qué narices le pasa. Me veo aquí un poco raro ahora mismo. A ver. ¿Qué le ocurre a esto? Como un momentín. A ver, que cargue esto bien. Momentito. Vale, ahora ya debería de pillar. Vamos a ver. Ahí estamos. Ya estamos. Todos los problemas resueltos. Y que todos los problemas sean estos. Bueno, pues ya estamos aquí de vuelta en Genshin Impact. Que bueno, digamos que en esos días ha habido un par de eventos. Que bueno, ya he hecho prácticamente todos. Bueno, este de aquí no, en concreto. Este a ver si... No creo que me dé tiempo en 12 días. Teniendo en cuenta que hago un directo de Genshin Impact cada semana. No creo que llegue. Aunque es una putada porque la verdad es que es muy chulo. Pero bueno, al menos en Canomilla lo llegaremos a ver algún día. Pero bueno, no podremos... No creo que pueda llegar a hacer este evento. Este de creación divina ya está... Ya lo completé. De hecho, esto no lo quería ver, pero vale. Me he equivocado. Aquí hay diferentes dominios que incluso yo llegué a crear uno y lo publiqué, todo muy chulo. Y bueno, las recompensas del evento pues que ya las recogí todas. Y luego me faltaría que este de sueños embriagadores, que lo que es el recetario ya lo tengo todo, es seguir como haciendo diferentes copas con diferentes combinaciones y demás. En plan cafés, tés, zumos y luego otro tipo de bebidas. Aquí ya no me meto en que ninguna es alcohólica, eso seguro. Entonces bueno, aquí ya conseguí todas las recetas que me daba de recompensa este fondo para el perfil, que de hecho no me lo he puesto todavía. Luego tendríamos lo que es el evento en sí, que eran como diferentes momentos en los que vienen diferentes personajes. Y pues tenías que irles sirviendo las copas que te pedían y demás, y una vez completado, recompensa también. Y por último... abrieron esto que es como un modo más... no tanto libre, sino como que van viniendo clientes y te van pidiendo diferentes bebidas, diferentes tamaños y demás. Entonces, pues bueno, pues tienes que ir sacando la valoración. Que bueno, al menos de momento ahora está 500 puntos. Sigue siendo 500 puntos, así que bueno, eso es parte fácil porque al menos hasta ahora ha sido fácil. Porque era más que nada servir a 5 clientes y ya está. Sirves a 5 clientes, porque cada cliente te da 100 puntos, así que vamos a ir dándole. Ay. Se llama esto simplemente con Charles. Y ya está. ¿Qué hacer? El desafío cantinero. Venga. Servicio de primera. Vamos a ello. Un poema de amor tamaño pequeño. Venga. Poema de amor. ¿El poema de amor cuál es? Poema de amor. Que lleva uno de té, uno de leche y uno de sirope de caramelo. Venga. Uno de té, uno de leche, uno de sirope de caramelo con bastante leche. Venga, hay un par más de leche. Y eso hemos dicho que sea pequeño. Vamos a ello. Removemos bien. Y tamaño... Ahí se me ha ido. Pequeño. Venga. Ay, pues parece que tenemos poco tiempo. Atardecer ceniciento. Atardecer ceniciento. ¿Esto qué es? Atardecer ceniciento. Vale, son 3 de zumo. 3 de zumo. Lo quiero en tamaño grande y bien fuerte. Pues a las 5 de zumo. Ah, toma por culo. Tenemos la casa por la ventana. Y tamaño grande, hemos dicho. Y pues tamaño grande. Para ti, para siempre. Ahora. Noche estrellada, vale, noche estrellada, aquí lo tenemos, 1 de café, 2 de leche, 1 de café, 2 de leche, con bastante leche, venga, y eso me han dicho tamaño grande, vamos rápido, pim pam, Ay. Qué lento es la combinación. Y tamaño grande hemos dicho, ¿no? Venga, pues la hemos capaz de tamaño grande. Ahí está. Disfruta. Un lago de sidra dulce. Este pinta de va a ser un... Mira, lago de sidra dulce. Uno de zumo, dos de leche. Uno de zumo, dos de leche con bastante leche. Venga. Vamos a disfrutar. Y este tamaño grande también. Todavía queda un minuto y medio. Y ahí llevamos 300 puntos. Llegamos. Este tamaño grande, hemos dicho. Las demás aparte tamaño grande. Me cago en... Vamos ahí, venga, siguiente copa. Noche estrellada. Esto creo que era un café, ¿no? Sí, noche estrellada. Uno de café, dos de leche. Uno de café, dos de leche. Quiero una con bastante leche. Y tamaño mediano. Con esto ya hemos llegado a los 500 puntos. Pero vamos a ver hasta cuántos llegamos. Esto siempre hay que ir a por el máximo. Ya lo hemos dicho, ¿no? Vale. Ahora que no es complicado el evento. Te quiero tomar café negro, té negro y leche juntos. Café, té negro y... Ay, no, y leche hemos dicho. Por hacer. Y leche juntos. Se puede que sea tamaño grande, venga. Lo que usted guste. Y se me escapó. Tamaño grande. Da para un juego grande y simple. No le agregues nada. Pues juego grande y simple, venga, 5 de jugo. Da tiempo a uno más, si no me he equivocado. Me ha dicho juego grande y simple, así que... Aunque igual como le he agregado más jugo, igual no le gusta. No, pues... Igual era simplemente con 3 de jugo y ya está. O igual solamente he echado un jugo, pero bueno, da igual. Como ya he llegado a la puntuación necesaria, ya me vale. Y vamos a por el último entonces. Imagino estará desbloqueado ya. Está la cantinera perfecta. Bueno, se recogería las recompensas estas. Ahí está. Cantinera perfecta también, 500 puntos, vale. Vamos a ello. Una gracia de barbatos. Gracia de barbatos. ¿Un té será esto? No, pues un zumo. Gracia de barbatos. Una de zumo, agua con gas y menta. Zumo, agua con gas, menta, con bastante agua con gas. Tamaño mediano. Ahí está, tamaño mediano, para ti va siempre. Un agribrillante. Grande y bien agrio, vale. Agribrillante. ¿Esto puede ser un té? Agribrillante, ahí está. 2 de té negro, 1 de limón. Venga, pues. 2 de té negro, 1 de limón y bien agrio. Esto creo que es meterle un poco más de limón. Tamaño grande. Aquí es que siempre me equivoco. Cuando me piden algo agrio, igual es meterle más té. Pero bueno, da igual. Hemos dicho grande, ¿no? A ver. Pues mira, lo había acertado. Claro, meter el limón sería hacerlo más ácido. Bueno, da igual. Uno de esos jugos con espuma de leche encima. Vale, imagino ser el lado del sidra dulce, ¿no? Uno de jugo, 2 de leche. Tamaño mediano. Supongo que será este lo que estará pidiendo. Vaya forma más rara de pedir las cosas. Si lo quiere tamaño mediano. A ver. ¿Es esto lo que buscabas? No. Vale. ¿Puedo cambiar? Vale, sí. Quiero un jugo con espuma de leche encima. Pero qué pesados. Qué pesados con el jugo, con el zumo de leche encima. Es que otro con... Vale, un oscuro nevado. Me cago en vuestra puta madre. Es que no podéis pedir un oscuro nevado. Es que de verdad. 2 de jugo, 1 de leche. Tamaño pequeño, venga. Espera, este era tamaño mediano. Voy a hacer este primero. Es esto, ¿no? Lo que querías. Ah, un puta madre, de verdad. Me he olvidado ya de cómo era la receta. 2 de... Vale. 2 de jugo, 1 de leche y este es tamaño pequeño. Va, venga. Esto se hace. Parece que me han liado. Va a forma de pedir las bebidas, de verdad. Y solamente necesito llegar aquí en 2 puntos, así que este es el tamaño pequeño. Quiero un café bien cargado. Vale. Pues bien cargado. Bueno, espera. Bueno, sí, esto va a ser así. Café bien cargado. No creo que sea otra cosa. Ahora solamente falta que no sea esto. ¿Qué quieres? Más cargado no te puedo echar el café. Dame pequeño. ¿Qué es esto, no? Venga, 500 puntos. Se toman por... Mira, un jugo refrescante con burbujas. Vale, podría ser esto. Vale, yo creo que va a ser el rocío del alba. No hay ninguno, sí, rocío del alba. 2 de jugo, 1 de agua con gas. 2 de jugo, 1 de agua con gas. Tamaño pequeño. Amarillo. Amarillo no. Y más capa el pequeño y ahí está. Vete a la mierda. Algún jugo refrescante, o sea, la propia descripción lo dice. Jugo mezclado con agua con gas se bebió con un solo trago. Las burbujas flotan lentamente por la copa y le dan un sabor fresco y frutal. O sea, la única otra es la gracia de barbatos. Pero esto va con menta, no con agua con... Mira, que le den. Ya he hecho los 500 puntos, ya me vale con esto. De verdad. ¡Hala! A mamarla. Ya, con esto me vale. ¡Hala! Ya tengo todas mis recompensas. Así que vamos con lo siguiente. Espera. El tema que hago del pase de batalla. Vamos ahí, subí a 2 niveles de golpe. ¡Hola! De verdad, es que son unos tiquismiquis. Una forma de pedir las bebidas. Pues nada, ya completar el evento. Así que... Vamos a empezar con... ¿Con qué empezamos? La verdad es que no sé con qué tendría que empezar. Vale, Silverleaf. Creo que debo empezar con este. Ay, madre, de verdad. La cuenta atrás ha terminado bien. Ay, mía. Después de tanto tiempo, el primer directo de Game Sin Impact de 2022. Ya iba siendo hora. Ay. Ha costado, sí, ha costado. Madre mía, a ver si me acuerdo de cómo jugar con esta cuenta. Vamos a ver, ¿para dónde tendría que ir? Esperar a anochecer, venga. Uy, tengo correos. Mora, venga. Y más moras, venga. Esperar a anochecer. ¿Para dónde voy? ¿A dónde me llevas? Oh, de vuelta aquí, bien, vale. Patton.
Shame I only get to listen in from the other side of the window and don't get to join in the debate. I'd love to give my 2 cents.
Say what? What's up? What's up? Paimon wants in.
Recently, all the customers at the tavern have been debating the exact same topic. Who is the strongest fighter in Mondstadt?
Yo.
The strongest fighter? Must be someone who can floor a whole gang of hilly churls with just one punch.
Una banda de Hibikul es una mierda. Un solo golpe. Eso lo hago yo, vamos, con la pezuña del pie. Yo también puedo.
Paimon nominates you.
¡Toma ahí!
But anyway, is there like a general agreement in the city on who it is, or?
Expecting people to come to a swift and straightforward consensus in the City of Freedom is like expecting fisherman's toast to drop out of the sky. Everyone's got their own opinion, backed up by a unique set of cherry-picked information. But let's be honest, that's what makes the discussion so impassioned and entertaining. Mainstream opinion is polarized, with most people supporting one of two candidates.
Al menos se queda ahí entre dos, oye. Mientras sea entre dos, bien, bien.
Knight. The other is the Dark Knight hero.
Hostia, está Batman. Y hay que me apoya a mí, por fin.
Paimon votes for you.
Tú no cuentas.
But let's go into the tavern and talk to the patrons. Maybe we'll pick up some juicy gossip.
Oh,
Tú lo que quieres
I
beber.
do envy your life of leisure. But don't mind me, of course. I guess I'll just get back to work.
Hasta luego. Trifolium Acto 1, comenzando. Pues para adentro, ¿no? Entrar a la taberna. Ah, pues ya. O sea, siempre hay que empezar hablando con el tabernero. ¿Quién cree que es el más fuerte de Monster? Yo, ¿verdad?
I don't pay much attention to that sort of thing.
Pues para ser tabernero mal. Para ser tabernero te tienes que enterar de ese tipo de cosas. Para eso estás ahí.
Paimon thought bartenders had some kind of
¿Ves?
special information.
Por una vez Paimon también está de acuerdo conmigo.
Exactly. That's what Paimon was getting at.
I have no involvement in any intelligence gathering operation.
Trabajas en una taberna. Ese es un centro de operaciones de recopilación de información.
If you made me pick someone, it would be the Dark Knight hero.
Normal que escojas a Batman. Claro, cualquiera lo haría.
I've heard some stories about him. Apparently, he once rescued a city dweller from the Abyss Order.
There it is. The barman's top secret intelligence. Speaking of the Abyss Order, their minions are really stirring up trouble all over.
A ver. José 6 dedos. Me encanta el nombre de este tío.
Hey, amigo. Do you want to hear my latest composition? I put my whole heart into it, and also my soul. How about it, amigo?
No, gracias.
Huh? The most macho in Mondstadt.
Tenemos un macho y no está. Hostia.
She's a little girlie who wears red.
No se refiere a Amber, se refiere a Klee. La chica bomba.
That's right. I found this out one day about half a month ago, when I went up to the Storm Bear Mountains looking for inspiration for my new song. Guess what happened?
What happened?
I witnessed the most powerful destructive force I have ever seen in my life. I'm telling you, it completely changed the whole landscape in that part of the mountains.
Exagerado.
Holy moly!
I was hiding behind a bush and I saw this little girlie in red clothing running into the distance, leaving a trail of destruction in her wake. But I don't know if anyone will believe me.
Now that you mention it, the idea of a tiny little girl wielding that much destructive
Has
power
visto
is
poco
a little
anime, tú.
far-fetched.
Paimon ha visto muy poco anime. Este es el argumento de cualquier anime que veas hoy en día. De cualquier isekai, ahí lo tienes.
You want to know what I think? I think she has a treasure nobody else knows about.
Paimon no.
Maybe even the most powerful treasure in
Paimon
all of
no.
Mondstadt.
Did you say treasure?
Paimon sí.
Did Paimon imagine that, or did you hear it too?
It's just a guess. I mean, no.
No lo sé, Rick, parece falso.
How can you say?
So, this girl, what's her name?
Klee.
I do not know her name. I do not see her often.
Y dime esto, Amber no puede ser porque Amber se la pasa el día entero ahí en Mondstadt. Ya, casi nunca se la ve.
Hey, I'm telling the truth. You gotta believe me.
doesn't sound like, but thanks for your intel.
A ver, ¿qué más? ¿Qué más tenemos por aquí? Bruce. Tú eres este es el caballero oscuro. Bruce Wayne.
Hi! Are you here to try Mondstadt's famous wine too?
Ay, madre, que es un borracho.
The strongest fighter of them all? That would be Gene, obviously.
Quiero a Jim para mi equipo. Como healer, la verdad es que está muy bien.
Why? Grandmaster Jean is so strong. She can take out a ruin guard with just a few slashes of her sword. And she could wipe out the 3 hilly trill tribes at Dada Upa Gorge all by herself.
Yo también lo hice.
Otherwise, we wouldn't have such a carefree existence.
It's true that Jean makes people feel they're in safe hands. Meanwhile, this guy is drunk as a skunk.
Sí. Pero los borrachos nunca suelen mentir.
Hey, I'm doing some adventurers training. Alcohol tolerance training, to be precise. Wanna join me?
En serio.
You wanna know who I think the toughest fighter is? In my opinion, that would be the finest adventurer of them all, Stanley.
Mejor no se lo digo lo de Stanley, ¿no?
Guildmaster Cyrus is up there with the toughest too. But only Stanley can take on the bloodthirsty beasts of the Mare Javari.
Quiero ir al Mare Javari este. Hablan mucho de ello, pero todavía no hemos llegado.
Bloodthirsty beasts of the Marjavari. Sounds terrifying. Do you think you'd be scared if you were faced with one of those?
Lo volvería hasta hacer los polvos, siempre.
Wham! Pow!
Es que es como una niña pequeña, Paimon.
Patton was right about one thing.
Cada uno de algunos son realmente extraños, sí, la verdad es que sí, porque
Everyone's got
Stanley...
their own opinion and can't be. How are we ever gonna find out? Eureka! Paimon, let's go see what Jean says. Bet the Knights have got an official ranking table for this kind of thing.
Me pregunto si yo también
Guess
tendré
it
una puntuación.
depends if they counted all your shenanigans or not. Don't worry though. Paimon has full confidence in your.
Nada, vamos a ver a Jin, de total. Seguro que no está ocupada. Ganju.
Next on the agenda.
Jin, ¿qué nos tienes que contar?
Oh, Master Jean! Sorry to bother you. We're collecting. Do you have, one of those official Knights of Favonius verified
Strongest fighter in Mondstadt? Huh. I am sorry, but I cannot help. I
Ah,
do not
claro.
have any rel-
Oh, Paimon was hoping she would at least make the top 5.
Top 5, ¿en serio? Qué ganas tengo de convertirte en comida de emergencia de verdad.
Well, although I do not have the data to make such an assessment, I will say that my faith in our honorary knight's abilities has never wavered, which recently one of the Abyss Order's mages has been active near the city, although he is keeping a low profile. If you are staying around Mondstadt, given your, well, high-ranking fighting strength, I trust you will be-
Awesome! After she beats the Abyss Order, she'll climb up that ranking table faster than she climbs up all those cliffs.
Pero si no hay ninguna tabla de puntuaciones, ¿cómo voy a subir en una tabla de
Well,
puntuaciones?
either way, smashing the...
I like your enthusiasm. It is infectious.
La de ella, no, la mía no, la de ella.
But
A mí no me metas en ese saco. Ay, mira, vamos a salir de la oficina.
fine. I'm not hurt. Sorry for bumping into you.
Hey,
Cayó algo.
look! Explosion inside city wall. Grounded be thy woe. Explosions can hurt people. Jean can be dreadful. Mondstadt be bombed. Klee be doomed.
Yikes!
Esta zumba de la cabeza,
Mr.
Glee.
Kaya wrote these down for me.
Survival rules.
Yeah. Rules that I must absolutely never break under any... Otherwise, something terrible would happen. Yep. I forgot to introduce... My name is Klee. I've heard
Hola, Klee.
all about you guys. You're the honorary knight who helps Mondstadt.
Wow! More recognition, yay! Paimon is so happy.
I heard it from Amber. But wait, no, I'm dealing with a big emergency. I grabbed my map and ran as fast as the treasure I buried in the wisp.
Did you say buried treasure? And seriously? Clay gets Six-Finger Jose's vote for strongest fighter in Mons? Lost treasure is a big deal. Let us help you find it.
Yay! Thanks, you guys. Here's where the map says the treasure should be. I also put a wooden sign in the ground at the place where I buried it.
Paimon is starting to understand how.
Come on, Miss Honorary.
¿Cómo podía haber desaparecido el tesoro? Si no está señalizado de ninguna manera. Vamos rápido con esto. Y bueno, gracias a estos son misiones que tengo que ir completando para poder avanzar en la historia. Ay, de verdad.
But you seem oddly happy.
Lo bueno que tiene Ganju es que no hace falta apuntar casi. Siempre y cuando haga la doble carga. Lo único que todavía no la tengo bien equipada ni nada de eso. ¿Será aquí?
Here. This is the look. This is where my huge treasure was,
and where there's now a huge empty hole in the ground. It's an abyss mage. Hey, what's that in his hand?
My treasure.
What?
I see the little girl has brought her friends with.
Hey, you! If you think you're so tough, get back here and.
What's an abyss mage? I play in the forest all the time, but I've never seen one before. He looks so cute, soft, and fluffy.
Game's up! Now hand it over!
Oh, you fools think I would give this up so easily?
Ya, a luchar. Fuera.
Careful, Klee. Don't be drawn in by it. Abyss mages are the bad guys.
Oh, that's right. Grandmaster Jean says that stealing is wrong. But if we could just get him to give it back.
gateway to a domain. The Abyss Mage must have snuck inside.
Continúa con la persecución. A por él.
Wait, do you need a... Why don't you wait here while we get your treasure?
No! I'm coming with you. It's my treasure that Mr. Fluffball stole, and it's up to me to get it back.
Señor Bola de Estambre.
Come on, Miss Honorary Knight.
Ah, por ello. Con mi super equipazo. No me meten a esta.
We're way behind schedule.
No touching. Ready, steady, go!
Vaya, pero hoy fallo.
There is no escape. Born of ice and frost. Shine down. This is long overdue. We're way behind schedule.
Pi.
Access denied. Illusion shattered.
Creo que por esta zona no hace falta matar a los enemigos. Simplemente ir avanzando y ya está. Así que voy avanzando. Au. Vale, creo que es que hay que eliminarlos.
Shine down.
Vale. Entre la ulti no pasa nada.
No touching.
¿En serio falla eso? Esto me van a tocar las narices con el escudo de piedra de mierda. Es que lo mejor es quitarlos del medio. Vamos a ello. ¡Qué poquito ha faltado! A ver, muchacho. Rompamos la piedra. Ya está. Rotilla.
Access denied. Blaze over.
¡Cofre!
You followed me. But this is as far as you...
Oh, yeah? What are...
Oh, the human proclivity to gossip has provided us with we learned that your little red friend had in her possession the most powerful treasure in all of Mondstadt.
Ya sea,
The
amigo.
treasure is now in my hands. There is nothing you can do. Now your precious treasure shall be your undoing.
No, no, wait! Don't touch it!
Now, what have we here? A flame symbol.
Lo sabía. Hizo pum.
No! I broke the survival rules. Explosions can hurt people. Jean can be dreadful. This is it. This time,
Ay, si es que pobre Clee.
Wait! So Klee's treasure is a bomb? No wonder Klee was rumored to be the strongest fighter in Mon. Paimon, for one, is never picking... Hold on. Why has she gone and run off? Seems like it. Well then, let's head to the Knight's headquarters.
Déjame primero pillar el tesoro, anda. Bien, tesoro. Ay, nada, venga, vamos a ir a ver a la señora Jean.
next on the agenda.
A ver, pobre Klee. Jean, no le hagas nada, Klee, por favor.
Klee? You're here too?
I turned myself in.
Huh?
I broke the rules. I'll never see the light of day again.
Klee, I need
Pobrecita.
you to answer me. You said someone was injured. Where are they? Why is that?
But Mr. Fluffball was only a thief. He didn't deserve to blow up.
Hey, come on now. Paimon already told you that the Abyss Mages are the bad guys. And actually, they're the worst kind of bad guys you can imagine. They don't just hate the good guys.
Mr. Fluffball was a bad guy on purpose? What?
This was an oversight. I did not tell you these things before because you are still young. In fact, the Abyss Order is a hostile force in Mondstadt, which has been unusually active lately.
Aha! That's it. They were tracking down poor Klee because they heard rumors. Just like the way Paimon's first reaction was to try and get her hands on... no. To try and get the facts on the treasure.
Buena salvada, Paimon.
So,
In light of your contribution on this matter, I will allow you to take part in the next Ludai Harpastum.
Ludi Harpastum? Whoa! Miss Honorary Knight, you've gotta come too.
Whoop-de-doo! It's a happy ending.
Except...
Except what?
Klee, where did you hide the treasure to begin with? Were you trying to blow up the fish in Starfell Lake again?
Otra vez.
I wasn't. I swear I was.
she's giving us that look that means play along.
Klee?
I'll see myself to solitary confinement.
Tiene su propia
Paimon
celda.
bets Klee must get bored in there all by herself.
Vamos a hacer la visita, ¿no? Encuentra la puerta del calabozo.
We're way behind
Creo que era por
schedule.
aquí, ¿no? Sí. Ay, déjame en paz, Boost, anda. Nadie te quiere. A ver, ¿me está vacilando esto o qué mierda? Ahí.
That's Paimon's voice I hear. Ooh, yes, please. Wait, no, I can't. Klee needs to be a good girl and think about what she did.
Pobre
Stop
Klee.
Anyway, while I'm grounded, I'm making an extra special new treasure, the Ludi Harpastum version.
Bien, va a explotar todo el
When you
mundo.
say
I made it into the shape of a harpastum and everything. It'll look so cute. Just wait for Ludi Harpastum. Oh yeah.
Va a ser la bomba.
Love it.
Yeesh, if Jean was let, Klee might find herself grounded for an...
Y se acabó el verdadero tesoro. Vale, en teoría debería poder continuar con los otros. Ah, pues no. Nada. Nos volvemos a encontrar. Esto es el de Silverleaf. Vale. Vamos con Silverleaf. Ahora sí que vamos un poco con la historia buena. Señor Lawrence, ¿qué nos tienes que contar?
Honorary knight. Is something the matter?
Buscando un forastero con un parche
A
en el ojo.
stranger with an eye patch. Let me think. Oh yeah, I remember seeing someone like that. A blonde stranger dressed in unusual garb.
Recuerda que aquí la misión del juego este es encontrar, en este caso, al hermano. Si escoges al chico, pues entonces en ese caso será encontrar al hermano. Que de hecho lo canónico es el chico buscando a la hermana. Pero bueno, como te van a elegir entre el chico o la chica, en este caso con la chica.
He was wandering all
Mira,
over
es
Mondstadt
igual
at
que ella.
first,
De
which
hecho,
I
bueno,
found
ahora
rather
lo veremos
suspicious.
con lo
So
del
I
evento.
decided to keep an eye on him for a while.
Ahora enseño cómo es.
I lost him pretty quickly. Still, I didn't think that this was such a huge matter that we needed our outrider to pursue him by air. As long as Master Jean is here, there's nothing to fear from some suspicious, unusual-looking person.
That might be true, but if it were up to Jean, she'd take this whip.
That is true. But on the other hand, knowing that Master Jean may overreact to the situation is all the more reason to not tell her, no? Anyways, oh yeah, he was at Wagner's smithy for a while before I tried tailing him. He might have said something to... You should go ask him. Maybe he has more news about our...
Señor Wagner.
What? You need something?
Estoy buscando un forastero con un parche en el ojo.
Him. He showed up a few days ago asking to buy... Can't say I've heard of any of the materials he mentioned, though. He then had a look at the weapons in my shop before leaving. I've heard that he can be found drinking at the Angel's Share. If the Knights of the Guild want to get hold of him, that's the only place to be.
The Angel's Share? Well, Master D-Luke probably has his eye on that stranger too. Anyway, let's go to the...
Vamos a ver otra vez.
Next on the agenda.
Espera, parece una estrella fugaz. Estrella fugaz. ¡Uy! Que lo pierdo. Ahí está. Ahí sigue. Eso, el hermano, el aspecto que tiene es este. Que también manda huevos, que aquí todavía se mantenga el chico Y dices, coño, pues si estás llevando el personaje femenino, aquí debería de salir el personaje femenino. Si no, dices, coño, ¿qué hace aquí mi hermano pegándose una carrera por dominios extraños? Ahí sí, y se fue. Uy, ¿qué me pasó? Concuerda conmigo, ¿no?
What will it be? Grape juice or apple cider?
Claro, o sea, tú imagínate, eres el personaje este y dices, a ver qué es lo que ponen hoy. Oh, han encontrado dominios. Coño, ¿qué hace mi hermano ahí? Otra vez se va a ofrecerme vino, cabrón.
Hey, Charles, have you seen a blonde stranger who wears an eye patch around here by any chance?
That I have. He comes here every night. Just to drink, though. Doesn't order anything else. He even sometimes mixes his own drinks after he orders them. I don't know anything else about him, but from his selections and mixes, I'd say that he's quite the connoisseur.
And what's Master D-Luke's opinion?
Why, I just gave it to you. Quite the connoisseur.
Investigating everything as always.
If you're looking for that gentleman, he ordered some new bottle of wine in advance yesterday. There's too many raucous patrons on the first floor, so if you want to wait, bet...
Vamos, a espiar. A espiar a ver si, cuándo viene.
Ah, welcome, sir.
Ahí está.
The wine that you previously ordered is here.
He's really here?
Silverleaf. A ver cuándo lo hacen como personaje jugable a este.
Wow, he's got no intention of paying us any mind, huh?
A traveler, you say? Why are you traveling? Well, that's as good a reason as any. Sit down over there, then.
So, guess we've broken the ice. What a weird guy.
That little one beside you.
Sí, no me acordaba de que también te daban la creación. Es mi comida de emergencia. Siempre Paimon es la comida de emergencia.
Not true, and you know it.
Ya veremos. Pórtate bien e igual me estoy mintiendo, pero como te portes mal...
It's indeed a good thing to have someone accompany you on your... My name's Dainsleif. I suppose you have some business with me? Sure.
He was so cool just a moment before.
But I will require advance payment.
Vaya, hombre.
500... The 500 is a one-time fee, and we'll settle the questions in a moment.
Eso es todo. Si dan moras, no está mal.
Well, now Paimon's got a really bad feeling. That kind of compensation can't be right.
Ah, thank you. Now, as for my questions, I'd like you to answer them here and now. The answer to a question says nothing about right and wrong, only about differences in attitude. I only wish to know what your choices are. You need only answer. Question 1. The crisis Mondstadt faced was resolved by an alliance between yourself and that Animo Archon who calls himself Venti. Who, in your view, was the key to ending that crisis? I know everything that I should. Well, answer the question.
Venga, vamos a ser majos aquí. Fue por el trabajo en equipo de todos los ciudadanos en
Is that
Mondstadt.
your answer? Rex Lapis, who has defended Liyue Harbor for millennia on end, used his gnosis to lay down a contract to end all contracts. Who do you think will defend Liyue Harbor in the future, now that they've lost their deity?
Aquí en este caso son las 7 estrellas de Liyue. Los adeptus ya se decidió que los adeptus no iban a tener nada que ver con Liyue. Y que las 7 estrellas se iban a encargar, bueno, entre las 7 estrellas y todos los habitantes de Liyue. Es que realmente Es que son los dos, realmente. O sea, los adeptus sí que está claro que no. O sea, que si acaso como una emergencia última bestia. Así que voy a decir las
So
7
that's your
estrellas.
answer? Now for my final question. This
Venga.
world has people who gained visions and those who did not. Which of the two do you think hold more importance in the eyes of the gods?
Los que poseen una visión es que les dan la visión por el hecho de que tienen algún tipo de deseo, de tal muy fuerte. O sea, realmente son o sea, para los que poseen una visión es como que esos pasan olímpicamente de ellos. A los que poseen una visión al menos hay un momento dado en el que sí. Pero claro, es cierto que les proporcionan la visión y luego pasan olímpicamente de ellos. Es que yo diría que ninguno de los dos.
So, this is your answer then. As I thought, you really are similar to him. I'll take that 500 mora. And now I also understand your views on this world. As we agreed, you may now commission me. That said, I only take commissions related to the Abyss Order.
Ah, mira qué exquisito.
Like you, I am currently on a journey. You intend to find your sibling, while I wish to oppose the Abyss. Ugh. Those creatures that serve the Abyss are the fangs and claws by which the Order spreads chaos in this world. I have come to Mondstadt this time while on the trail of an Abyss Herald.
Aquí empezaron a meter algunos nuevos enemigos del abismo.
An even more twisted abyssal being, one that commands the Abyss Mages.
Oh, that's right! We've just been fighting against the Fatui. We haven't encountered the non-human Abyss Order at all!
There's some reason behind that, I'm afraid. It's possible that they may have been under orders to avoid your path.
Oh, that does sound pretty dangerous. Maybe they're looking for a better time to ambush us or something.
Ah, ya puedo contra ellos. En la misma fa unas mierdas.
Super strong.
That manner, it's just like his. Well then, let's go see for ourselves, shall we? According to the leads I have on hand, the Abyss Order has re-infiltrated the Temple of the Falcon. Let's meet up at the temple. Perhaps your question...
Ah, para el templo de Halcón. Lo bueno de tener todos los teletransportes es que se hace todo mucho más rápido. ¿Qué pasa, señor?
This abandoned temple does bear some marks of the Abyss. The Falcon of the West. Though it can soar in the wind, it ultimately does naught but hover under the light of the gods.
¿Qué ha fumado? Nah. Se me escapó. Ah, sí, el templo del halcón. El rastro del abismo. A ver si puedo llegar a Inazuma y empezar a pillar materiales para subir a la Shogun Raiden.
The scent of the Abyss is getting stronger. It's not far now.
Paimon wonders what the Abyss Heralds look like. Do they
Se
look
murió.
something like the Abyss Mages?
Let's head further in first. If we do see that creature, that'll spare me the explanation either way.
Au.
Focus.
Next on the agenda. Illusion shattered. Next on the agenda. Didn't see that coming.
Ouch, ouch.
No touching. Shine down.
Vale, hasta luego, Dream. Muchas gracias por pasarte.
Next on the agenda. We're way behind schedule. There is no escape.
Just a few abyss mages? Seems like that herald might have already left. The abyss. It is chaos, and it is also destruction. It is a morass of inconceivable madness that encroaches upon this world's very foundation. That is why even the Dragon of the East, a servant of a deity, and the creatures of the abyss desire nothing less than the overthrow of a world ruled by the Archons.
You seem to know a lot about the Abyss, Dame.
Well, we do. I suppose that's as far as chit-chat goes. We should, judging by the traces I'm following, their next appearance, perhaps we may find our abyss head.
Tesoro siempre es bueno. Vamos en línea recta. ¿Para qué seguir los caminos? Pesados. No tengo ganas de jugar ahora. ¿Qué pasa? Espera. Uy, me dan.
Well, we're in Wolfendom now. Think Dane's waiting for us up ahead?
Estoy arriba.
We should meet up with him quick, in case the wolves decide they don't like him.
Lord of Wolvendom, great wolf king of the north, sharp of fang and keen of claw, and yet dwelling here only. No, I only know these things because a previous traveling companion of mine once wanted to hear its story. All right, let's go see if that Abyss Herald has stopped by here.
Well, where do we begin? Are you standing here because of these strange bonfires?
Indeed. See that? Floating above the flames? It's an abyssal spell. Knowing what I do of the Order's habits, they've probably left similar marks behind.
A localizar los grafitis avisales. Me parece que hay uno. ¿Le daré en la cabeza?
Do you think that those monsters by the bonfire are under the Abyss Order's control? Looks kind of scary. Let's beat them up first.
A mamarla.
Born of ice and frost.
Cabecilla.
Let the show begin. Oh, come on. We can do it.
No touching. We're way behind schedule.
Sería fallado dos veces.
That's that. Let's go check out that bonfire. Looks like this bonfire's also got something to do with the Abyss.
Por la otra. ¡Hala! A mamarla.
And there's another one of those bonfire spells. Looks like the Abyss really has been around here. Yikes! Where did these monsters pop out from? Let's clear them out, and quick!
Illusion shattered.
Retribution!
Se acabó tu tururú. Vale, tengo que volver ya con el amigo sospechoso.
Have you finished searching? I searched around these parts and found some signs myself. But they were left behind by abyss mages. And there was no deep... It seems that even an abyss herald would not wish to make trouble with the wolf king. We should leave as well. If there's anything praiseworthy about that old wolf, it's his...
But now we're out of leads. Are we going...
No. There is... Let's get a move on then. I'll wait for you at Storm Terror's...
Empieza a contar un poco de historia del pasado.
I've heard about what happened to you during Mondstadt's crisis. When you came, this place was known as Storm Terror's Lair. But I suppose that this place is more lair than Storm Terror at this point. In fact, if my memory serves, this ruin has had largely nothing to do with that dragon. The first time I laid eyes upon the ruins of Old Mondstadt, the dragon of the East had yet to fall, much less come to nest in this place.
Huh? But Paimon remembers that Dvalin first got in trouble hundreds of years ago.
Don't think too much about it.
Vale, sí, sí, no, o sea, no tiene ningún sentido lo que acabas de decir, pero vale, no vamos a prestar
Remember the
atención.
light actuators that once sealed this ruin? If the Abyss Order is interested in this location, let's go see what the situation is at the...
A visitar los accionadores de luz. Que menos mal que tenemos teletransportadores, porque si no, menudos paseos que me estaría dando ahora mismo.
Shine down.
Look! There are lots of monsters gathered over there.
Born of ice and frost.
Pi. Cómo mola los magos del abismo de agua cuando estás luchando con un personaje de hielo. Hijo de perrilla.
For Rex Lapis. No touching. We're way behind schedule.
Ah, creo otro de lluvia. Pisao.
Access denied.
No, venga ya, puto pesado.
This is long overdue. I can fix this.
No habrá creado otro, ¿verdad? Vale, menos mal. Joder, qué pesado el maldito mago del abismo. Ah, es que hay dos. Me cago en... Hay un puto mierdecilla de estos. Maldita mierda seca. Muere. Gracias.
Rex Lapis. Illusion shattered. Insolent. Now you shall perish.
Una vez consiga subir a redes o un poco más y pueda farmear un poquito más materiales de ella, va a ser la polla.
Still couldn't find that Abyss Herald. Bump.
I wouldn't call not having to gaze upon such a creature a shame exactly.
No, you're right.
How good it would be if all perils one encounters in their journeys could simply be once upon a time, yes. I simply have experience from adventuring together with that traveling companion.
You know, Dane, you keep talking about that, but where are they now anyway?
He no longer travels.
Qué vago. Hombre, con lo que mola viajar.
I'm afraid that traveling can be too exhausting.
Oh, is that how it is?
I still have some things left unfinished.
Yep, and it's good to have a home to come back to, isn't it? We camp out a lot. Well, hey, once you find your sibling, we should find a place to stay too, shouldn't we? Mondstadt's Fisherman's Toast is pretty tasty, but either way, we should settle down in a place where there's good food.
Home. Well, it won't be too late to think about where you stay once your journey reaches its end. While you're still traveling, you should...
Huh? What's familiar?
A familiar feeling, you say? It could be so. Whichever it is, we should see it for ourselves. We can reach the top of that cliff from over there.
¡Y a volar! Si ahora había tu
Dane
paz.
moves really fast, doesn't he?
No voy a seguir
Let's use
cantando, que
that
si
wind
no,
current nearby to catch up.
Disney. Mira, un cofre de lotería. Volará, volará, volará. Vea vistas. Desde aquí se ve mi casa. Oye tú, qué rápido has llegado, ¿no? Que le machaco, le machaco, le machaco. Le machaqué.
Can you still sense that familiar feeling that you spoke of earlier?
But it doesn't feel like there's anything around here. No monsters, no people.
Indeed. There doesn't seem to be anything strange about this place. It doesn't look any different from the last time I was here. My traveling companion brought me here on our previous journey.
So, Dane, what about you? What's your...
Me? I merely followed my traveling companion around on that journey. That's all there was to it. Huh? A ruin guard's footprint. A ruin guard was wandering around here? No peace to be found, even for a single dandelion.
Por ahí no lo veo, ¿eh? ¿Sabes cuándo tengo las visiones? Sí.
What's gotten into you? You were just spacing out. Huh? But how could that be? You only touched that...
Perhaps that dandelion bears some sort of scent that... As for why... Is it...
You're saying some real confusing stuff.
Do not rush. Vexation and anxiety are the enemy of rational thought. Your journey has only just begun. At least you now know that he is still on this world. At this time, the most important thing is the journey to find him itself. Yes, and this is something you must keep in mind as the meaning behind your journey. May you find your kin at the end of that journey.
Huh?
Only for now. Don't worry. We will meet again.
Ahora mismo nos volvemos a ver.
I did take 500 mora and those 3 answers you gave me.
Ay, un logro, qué bien. Sacrificio involuntario. También hay otro este misterio, una ofrenda para los adeptus. Pues sacrificio involuntario, vamos a ello. Vamos a ir pidiendo las misiones estas de Arconte para ir avanzando la historia. Imagino que sea Liyue. Así que vamos para allá. Es que el personaje de Silverleaf me mola bastante y me molaría bastante que lo hicieran personaje jugable. Sería muy chulo. No sé qué tipo de personaje sería. No sé si, bueno, tiene pinta de ser un personaje de espada. No mandoble, pero sí igual espada ligera.
Oh, yes, yes. They have the audacity to go after anything. The 7 dragons, gods. No ancient artifact there. Still, this time is different. Who do they think they are? Oh, traveler, it's you.
Huh? Ganyu, what are you doing here with Lan?
Hello. We were just discussing the treasure hoarders.
Yes. We were just saying how even the audacious treasure hoarders should know better than to mess with the Abyss. It's just...
But we recently received intel from the Ministry of Civil Affairs that 2 big-time treasure hoarders in Liyue and Mondstadt are planning some big joint operations.
2 big-time treasure hoarders?
Yes. They're known as Big Sis of the South and Raptor of the North.
A ver, rapaz, lo conocemos.
Raptor! Paimon remembers he tried to run away from Amber in Mondstadt.
You are correct. She's the head of the treasure hoarders in Liyue. As I understand it, some say that the god of thieves even bestowed a gift upon her for her exploits, making her Big Sis of the gods. But that's probably...
Anyway, the treasure hoarders discovered some previously unexplored ruins that the Abyss Order has been secretly guarding in the shadows. Despite how dangerous that makes it, all the treasure hoarders can think about is what kinds of treasure could be inside. They have already devised a plan. They will send out a decoy to divert the Abyss Order's forces away from the ruins, then send an expert thief inside to steal the treasure.
To this end, Big Sis and Raptor have reportedly recruited a certain Grand Thief from Fontaine.
Grand Thief?
Oh, indeed. He is an The Grand Thief is highly respected in the treasure hoarders, in the same way that we adventurers look up to great adventurers. Ah, so you're familiar with the author of the Tevat Travel Guide, then? Correct. The Grand Thief is someone as renowned as her. So, despite being relative big-timers in Liyue and Mondstadt, Big Sis and Raptor had to put in a lot of work to convince a thief of his status to come and personally oversee this operation.
With the major changes in Liyue recently, the Ministry of Civil Affairs and the Millelith already have their hands full. They don't have any time to investigate rumors about treasure hoarder activity, but anything related to the Abyss makes me feel like there is some unknown, so I decided to come to the Adventurers Guild to post a commission.
Ya que estoy aquí.
Leave this commission to...
Oh,
Claro.
Good to see this in the hands of a reliable guild member. Well then, good luck. The guild will take care of the details of the...
Nos volveremos a encontrar. No sé si querrá decir que nos volveremos a encontrar con... con el señoret. Además creo que ahora es el dominio este... portentoso. Este dominio mola un huevo.
next on the agenda.
Ya la primera vez que lo vi me quedé en plan de... What the fuck. Tengo ahí un... ¿Llevo llaves? Ni idea si llevaría llaves. Hostia, pues sí, sí que tengo llaves. Pues antes de ir a esto... voy a por la codicia. ¡Y era mi tesorito! Buah, tengo que pegar un repaso aquí a... De hecho, este está ahí arriba en el árbol. Mira, hala. De una. Tengo que hacer un repaso a todos los Geoculus y demás. Leñe.
Beautiful treasures are a cause for great happiness.
continuamos camino. Ahí está el dominio este. La llamada del abismo. Vamos a ello. Este está muy bien, este dominio. Esto, ¿Bilu que está bien? Ah, no es 30, vale. Me tengo que hacer oceanida para esto. Estoy revisando también para ir subiendo. No, perdón, oceanida es esta. Esta es el Reisbit. ¿Es esta? Sí, el Reisbit que yo, vale. Esta se puede hacer fácil. Ah, y luego la florecilla de mierda.
There are signs of treasure hoarder activity here. They must have come to these ruins. Let's go deeper inside. I'm unsure Hope's Ganyu's information is reliable. There aren't many guards here. Looks like their plan to draw away the Abyss Order's forces really worked.
Illusion shattered.
More signs that a treasure hoarder was here. This should be the right direction. But why does it feel stranger and stranger as we make it deeper into these ruins?
Whoa.
Be careful now. Paimon's right behind you.
We're way behind schedule.
Esto da un mal rollo tremendo. Pero es completamente diferente a todo lo que se ha visto en el juego. Es, hostia, cómo mola. Y ya esto de aquí al final es la... ¡Guau! Esto ya da un mal rollo de tres pares de cojones.
This looks like a person.
Bueno, lo parece.
Why is he in that position? Is he praying to some...
Es una estatua de los 7 invertida.
That's... Why is the statue and the statue's hands? Paimon remembers they're normally holding an orb, right? But this statue is holding... What is... Paimon and the Grand Thief hasn't moved an inch. Hello? He's dead. Paimon doesn't feel so good. Let's get out. We can't stay here. Quick, run!
¡A toda prisa!
We're way behind schedule. We're We're way behind schedule.
Uy, casi me lo como, Uy. Casi me como la caída. Hola, el gran emisario.
You cannot spot. You have come here. You have seen as a herald.
An abyss herald?
Dainsleif. Oh, I thought you were just a couple of pests that stumbled in here by mistake. So, did he send you here to die? His resistance against the Abyss has gone nowhere for a long time. The Abyss is unstoppable.
Ya veremos. Ya veremos a ver cuánto me cuesta hacer este combate.
Careful, please don't get cocky.
Ah, bueno, voy haciendo bastante daño. A ver cómo lo estoy haciendo el efecto de superconductor. No me fastidies. Ah, vale. Tío, hostia, solamente faltaba que se resetara porque se ha salido del mapa.
In that case,
Such a strong enemy. Who knew the Abyss Order had monster... Huh? What is it? Oh, right, yeah. We're near the exit now. What?
Vámonos.
So, we meet again. A little...
Hey, it's Dane!
Judging by your expression, it seems you just experienced... Could it be that you encountered an abyss?
Huh?
I've been on the Abyss Herald's trail. I didn't expect to find you here as well. An inverted statue of the Seven, holding abyssal power in its hands. Tell me the rest of what happened in there. So you escaped the room.
And then, as we got close to the exit, and I bet we fought a big battle with that thing.
Yes, this is a rare opportunity indeed.
Let's go! A rare opportunity with Dane helping out.
Este transporte siempre ayudan.
Next on the agenda, Born of Ice and Frost. This is long overdue.
Ready, steady, go!
Access denied. No touching.
Those Abyss mages just now.
No. They were just digging through the...
Oh, is that looking for chaos devices, chaos circuits? You know.
In fact, I was nearby investigating precisely. They seemed to be searching the remains of ruin guards for a certain valuable object. However, they looked disappointed. So it would seem that...
Well then, why didn't you grab one of them just now and ask what they were up to?
I certainly don't mean to be merciful towards these but I have a feeling that their plan with this object is of major importance to... One cannot discover the truth behind it through... Or rather, these Abyss mages likely fear something else, much more...
Paimon is getting...
Alright, we shouldn't waste too much...
este punto podemos ir a pata. Es más, voy a tirar del teleporte este, porque así estamos un poco más altos. Y así desde aquí a planear. Bueno, no hace falta planear mucho. Ahora tenemos lluvia con electro y hielo. Buah, esto va a ser goya.
Blaze over. Access denied.
Ouch.
Illusion shattered.
Retribution!
Inazuma shines eternal. Shine down.
Menos mal que llovía.
Wow. Besides the Abyss Order, seems wherever we find an Abyss Mage hideout,
There are no coincidences in the world. Just like your appearance in that tavern. Time is just waiting for those seeds to sprout. Forget it. Just some... The connection between the Abyss Order and the Ruin Guards is by no means incidental. Rather, they are both branches.
Branches?
Both originate from an ancient nation that was destroyed 500 years ago.
Huh? Really? The Abyss Order and Ruin... Oh. Speaking of... Oh, right. As your guide, Paimon should explain a bit here. A long time ago, the nation... Huh? You have memories of being there. But that nation...
Is that so? Well, everyone has their spot. If you would like to tell me, I will listen. So, the Khaenri'ah you saw, what was it like?
So that's the complete story, huh? Paimon thought that you ran into that...
I see. So your first memory after...
It seems your brother woke up first. But the...
And then your brother told you that the destruction of Khaenri'ah plunged the whole world into chaos, and that you two should leave this world...
The destruction of Khaenri'ah? He said that?
That destruction you witnessed, that's... history from 500 years ago. It seems the first time you awoke in this world was indeed during that period.
Huh. So your brother must have understood this world better.
And it was shortly after that that you encountered an unknown god who blocked your path.
Oh, Paimon knows this part really well.
I understand. When you awoke at that time and hurriedly tried to leave for another world. But now, since you have come to gain some understanding of Teyvat, you are able to guess that the...
If that's the case, you must have been flipping through all sorts of books during our adventure these past... Before going to Mondstadt, you had just looked at some vague materials. Later, we managed to gather a whole book. So, the whole time you were just trying to learn more about Khaenri'ah so you could find your brother? Oh, yeah. You can travel around the 7 nations to find the 7. But where can you go to...
I probably know more about Khaenri'ah than... Khaenri'ah was a nation without a god. Not because it had a god that died. It was a powerful nation, built purely by humans. An unprecedented, flourishing, and glorious civilization. It was the pride of humankind.
A nation?
Later events unfolded just as you remember.
You mean?
500 years ago, the gods descended upon the world, and the pride of humankind was uprooted and crushed. Like a...
How could that be? The history books don't say anything about that.
Yes, well, continuing to discuss the past now will only dampen our spirit. Let's keep moving. I will tell you...
Va a ser mejor pillar el teleport, que estaremos por encima. Que si no hay que ir escalando.
Over there! It's more... Dane was just saying how these ancient machines... So...
No. Ruin Guard is the name modern people have given these machines. These Ruin Guards were known as field tillers by the people of Canria.
Field tillers? What a strange name.
It's not like you think. Field tiller was just a code name. The people of Canria like to give code name. The land is not to be tilled with farming tools, but rather is to be fought for with steel and blood. This is how the field...
Fought for with steel and blood? Well, that's an interesting way of understanding tilling.
After the destruction of Canria, these masterless field tillers went completely out of control. They wandered aimlessly over the centuries, gradually, perhaps resonating with the sorrow of other civilizations lost to time. They found their way to various ruins across the land, where they lie dormant.
That sounds so sad. Yeah, Paimon thinks you've been...
Once you understand more, those details won't mean much to you, but no matter their past, all that remains of them...
All hail! Let's dance. No touching. Born of ice and frost.
Now, how you?
Huh? This abyss base dropped it.
This talisman seems connected. Perhaps it really does contain information.
But Paimon can't...
Engulf the faith of the enemy in flame, and bring...
What?
Loom of Fate, the Abyss, seem to be carrying out a large operation. It seems like they are still launching the operation, or rather, are still conducting preliminary tests.
Loom of Fate? What's that? Is it literally a fate leaving me? From the horrible feeling Paimon's been getting, those eerie ruins are super likely. So Dane, what message?
I'm reading it now. An ambition.
How so?
In short, the first phase of the plan is related to Osile.
The Overlord of the Vortex? You mean that god in the ocean? What do they want with Osile?
I know of your past heroics regarding Dvalin, and I also know of the Abyss Order's role in the Storm though you may not have been aware of it at the time. You were thwarting an Abyss Order operation.
Last time it was Venti's old friend. This time it's a huge... Will the Abyss Order use their lies and dark magic to corrupt Osile? Just as...
No. From the contents of the talisman, they won't just corrupt Osile's mind. They also plan to use the ancient technology behind the field tillers to completely transform Osile's body.
Is that even possible? So wait, the Abyss Order wants to make some sort of cybernetic squid god of mass destruction?
Supongo que Paimon cada vez se hacen más
Very few
largos.
people today truly understand the civilization of Khaenri'ah. Though of course, the accuracy of that understanding itself, only the Abyss Order has consistently sought out the remnants of Khaenri'ah. Despite being far from human, they seek out this. The talisman's message states that they will use the defiled statue as a base, and the new core that shall replace the orb usually held by the statue of the Seven.
The eye of the very first field tiller?
It would seem so.
This whole thing keeps getting more complicated. But basically, it all has to do with that eerie...
Yes. According to the talisman, the eye should be placed in the hands of the thereby imbuing the newly born god with the power to topple the divine thrones of Celestia.
Oh boy, the Abyss Order sure isn't holding back. Since no one knows where the first field tiller is, how about we take the information about the statue as the starting point for our investigation? Yeah, that tone-deaf bard is too difficult to...
The cathedral.
Huh?
Nothing. Let's get moving.
Ahora tiempo. Vale. Mira, me da tiempo de terminar todo esto antes de finalizar directo.
A huge statue, a grandiose cathedral. But how aware of this was the Animal Archon on receiving this gift?
Faith doesn't ask for anything in return.
As long as the gods have a clear conscience about it all,
Shh! We're about to enter the cathedral! Don't say anything bad about the Animal Arch, and actually, the Animal Arch...
I never specifically said I would enter the cathedral.
Huh?
You are the honorary knight of Mondstadt. They will surely allow you to... Having me tag along would only make them suspicious. Correct. And just as our little friend said, I might say something back. When a non-believer steps onto holy ground, the result, I have never received the favor of the gods in the past. I don't see any reason. That's enough about that. While we've been chit-chatting, the Abyss Order can...
Okay, then we'll just go in...
I should warn you about one thing. Don't go meant the Church of Favonius wouldn't ignore the matter of the statue. But if they're also meddling in the affairs of the Abyss, usually doesn't...
But I should first make it clear that if you need to borrow the holy electric...
Vale, hombre, yo tuve que aquí montar un conciertazo.
Just an illusion. Oh, we're here to ask some questions about something. Barbara, of course you wouldn't know anything about...
Huh? You're here to ask about that old story? Well, I didn't A long time ago, there was indeed one stat nearly every member of the church joined the search in the church's records, as you might assume. Of course.
Nothing? So do you have any other clues, time? Sorry, Barbara, but we can't tell you about the statue we saw just yet.
Other strange stories? I'm not sure. Let me think about what other unusual incidents are in the church's...
The Tyrant's final
Oh, this refers to a time of great danger that engulfed Old Mondstadt, the place now known as Storm Terror's lair. Many, many years ago, there was a time when balls of fire would rain from the sky.
Balls of fire raining from the...
People at that time believed it was a curse laid down by the god of storms, so they referred to it as the Tyrant's Find. This strange phenomenon continued for about a year. No one was ever able to solve it. It just gradually... Right! Later, the theory of the Tyrant's Final Fury became less probable in the eyes of the church. Common reasoning dictates that the god of storms wouldn't shoot perhaps it was something else that caught... Anyway, this incident might not be related to the lost statue of the Seven, but I just can't think of any other strange incidents that might be.
It's okay.
There's that pointless word. Thank you again.
Oh, Rosaria, it's you.
If you're looking for the Knights of Favonius, they're busy with those monsters again. Those monsters that tried to attack Mondstadt last time during the storm terror.
Wasn't that the Abyss Order? They're at it again?
Indeed. They're gathering in Wolven. Could it be that the Abyss Order is targeting the... Master Jean has already headed off to Wolvendom. I must also...
Then I will go...
Master Jean said you should stay at the church and continue your work.
But you're also a...
Right. We'll go give Master Jean a...
Oh, okay. But please, everyone, be careful. May the animal arc...
Ay, tengo que salir primero.
We're way behind schedule.
I see. This could very well have something to do with the defiled...
But what is the Abyss Order going to Wolvendom for anyway?
No, that unlike Osile, who was just suppressed, and today, it is just his... The Abyss Herald may just be targeting the spirit of Andreas in an attempt to garner some information from one of...
Vuelta otra vez al reino de los lobos. Todo lo que tenía es que era un pelín largo, pero bueno, es interesante la información que se acaba sacando en esta misión. Y se da cuenta ahora.
Don't underestimate the enemy. Let's take them now.
Illusion shattered. Shine down.
The closer we get to the target, the more enemies there are.
Yeah.
I'm...
Huh? Why not? Is it because...
It has nothing to do with wolves. It's because Boreas was an ancient god, yet I cannot possibly agree with his actions. I don't Besides, you're the one people like. I'm I have no problem interacting with people. It's just my opinion, but a word of advice. You shouldn't place too much trust in them. But at the same, even if the god in question is...
Don't trust them and don't hunt them. That's some awkward advice.
Lest I repeat the failings, I will...
Huh?
The destruction of the nation of Kanria by the gods is the reason the Abyss Order now seeks to destroy... Well, enough chit-chat. We should get back to business. I will go take care of the remaining Abyss Order members in the area. Try and...
What a strange man. Yeah, that's true. You, at the rite of dissension in Liyue, your decision was very similar to what Dane would do. Not the easiest situation.
Honorary Knight, Paimon, what are you two doing here?
Oh, Master Jean! Rosaria told us that you came here to fight the...
Then your help is greatly appreciated. The Abyss Order's sudden offensive is very strange. They have I just scouted out all of Wolvendom. Rosaria told me that the Abyss Order... But the Abyss Order and Boreas...
They just like to cause trouble. The Abyss Order already went after Dvalin. It's not too surprising that...
Regardless, whether the reason behind the present Honorary Knight, please go into this god's spirit. He does not often see people, but I hear that you have met him before. Okay, be careful. Thank you for your help.
Vamos a ver al lobito.
Next on the agenda, shine down! We're way behind schedule.
Look! Over there, it's Razor! And the Abyss Herald!
You! You claim to be a guardian, yet your once sharp claws have clearly dulled since... If you serve us, we can restore...
What the heck is this? Oh no! Is this the same thing they did?
Wolves never surrender. But this can...
No matter how...
Venga, luego asalto.
Bow before the abyss.
Ah, ahora tienes amiguitos.
Access denied.
Es cabrillo.
Next on the agenda.
Time for retribution!
For Rex Lapis!
Abyssal roar!
Illusion shattered!
Burn!
No es fácil para vencer aquí al... ¡Ey, que te cico! Me gusta.
All life will perish.
Ouch. Ese ya no me gusta.
Next on the agenda, no touching.
Y se acabó.
How does an old spirit have no matter?
Away.
It disappeared?
Thank you. You came.
Human Lupercal, but still.
Lupus Boreas never refuses trial. But Skip, I too didn't see.
Wait. So you mean the Abyss Order had everything prepared to corrupt—
Thank you. You smelled danger? And came here?
No, we heard about the danger. Paimon's nose doesn't even know what danger smells. Besides coming to help, we actually have something to— excuse us, Mr. Wolf God. Do you know anything about the first field tiller?
I pay no heed to the contraptions of humans. It entered into my proving ground, but it could not think. Only I eventually damaged it greatly with one of my—
By the sounds of it, it's possible that could have been—
Yes, it could spin, leap high into the air, and even shoot fireballs.
Fireballs? Anyway, this pretty much proves that the first field tiller— It sounds like the first one was way stronger than the mass-produced ruin, but in this story, it was damaged at the proving ground while fighting the—
Don't know.
Yes, you were We need to keep investigating something super important. The Abyss Herald may have left, but the—
Yes, I smell you too.
Well, that was some good intel. Quick, let's go tell Dane.
Me parece que lo voy a dejar por aquí el directo. Ya la semana que viene continuaremos. Vamos a ver, creo que tenemos por aquí. Pero yo creo que sí que voy a ir terminando el directo, ya son casi las 9:30. Y como bien sabéis, estos directos son de apenas media horita cada uno. Hoy media horita, 2 horas cada uno. Así que nada, vamos a curar aquí a todos. Es mejor, tenemos el directo bien curaditos. Y nada, pues muchas gracias a todos por haberos pasado por aquí. Haya sido pasaros solamente 10 minutos, haya sido pasaros media hora, 5 segundos, haya sido el tiempo que haya sido. Muchas gracias a todos. Siempre es de agradecer. Y nada, pues la semana que viene nos veremos. El martes, como siempre, ya tenéis el calendario en el perfil, por si lo queréis ver. Y nada, venga, hasta más ver.